You know, in Toronto, there's thousands of condos for sale, but there's only so many luxury residences inside of condominium buildings. And today, I have that luxury residence you've been looking for. Hello Toronto! Today we're coming to you from the Wellington here at 30 Wellington Street East, Unit 1005. We have over 1,500 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a sprawling, luxurious and updated unit, parking with an EV charger and even a locker. All in this central location just east of Yonge, right on front, right on Wellington, with St. Lawrence right there, the lake a stone's throw away, and all the shopping and amenities you've been looking for close to Bay Street. Friends, let's stop talking about this unit and let's see it in person. Let's get inside and take a look. Coming inside this weighted door, you are immediately hit with the fact that this isn't a condo, this is a luxury residence. Coming into a huge foyer space with 1, 2, 3 closets. We got gorgeous floating wood flooring throughout. That's real wood on top, guys, engineered to meet the condo standard. And at the same time, giving you that natural element everyone's looking for to feel good about life. Look at the space here, side table. I'm gonna brag a bit when I show you inside of these closets, but you got all this room, stacking space, room for the shoes, hats, all the coats. You're not gonna have to do a seasonal switch over here because one thing you get in abundance with this condo is space and storage. Tell me you see that elsewhere. Moving forward from this massive foyer, feeling like the grand hall of a home, we have a wing to our right for a bedroom suite, and we have another massive principal suite here to my left, but I'm gonna take you forward into the main living space because friends, this is the showstopper. Has to be my favorite room in this property. Of course, the main living room space. We have a formal dining space in here combined with a massive or even oversized living room surrounded by these floor-to-ceiling windows, bringing in that exterior, those green rooftops, that old Toronto, and the prestige that comes with this particular location just cannot be beat. You're taking it in. This is only for people who want to feel that they're living on the high end of downtown, and you really feel it here in spades. Now let's talk more about the space. As I walk around this oversized sectional, you can see room for more storage back here, room for dressers. You can set this up any way you want. We have it really well set up here today, but that's not to say it can't be done to your liking. More space over here, my friends, and I'm getting those views. We're so perfectly situated here. We're not too high and we're not too low. You're not getting the sound and the hustle and bustle of down below. You're getting the peace and tranquility up here, but you also don't feel like you're hanging on top of the whole world and maybe afraid of heights or anything like that. So I gotta say, this is the perfect kind of height for me, and I know a lot of people are gonna feel the same way. To my right, we have double doors. This is the second set of double doors, and we were just, which feels like 100 feet that way, at another set. And this whole section here is what I call the principal wing, which we'll be taking a look at in just a bit. We move forward, more room for furniture here. This is where you don't have to compromise. Say you're coming from another country, you're downsizing from that mansion, you don't want to get rid of those huge family heirlooms, you're gonna have space here at 1005. I assure you, look at all the room, not only for the furniture, but your art and the things that you want to have close to mind, right in front of your face all the time. Another feature I want to bring in here, lovely baseboard work matching this lovely hardwood that I've already talked to you about. And look at the pot lights in this flat ceiling, These pot lights are a certain upgrade, and you gotta love having that. And you're gonna feel upgrade after upgrade in this space, my friends. And I just love seeing those beautiful flat ceilings, the congruency with these floor to ceiling windows and the light from above with unobstructed views, except for our beautiful chandelier over top of this dining space. Now, this is a 6-seater. This is a true home-sized 6-seater. You can have an 8-seater in here. You could have a 10-seater in here. Spin this around, have those big family gatherings. And I can assure you that as long as these owners have been here, this unit has been all about family. Kids coming from all sides of the universe to spend time with their parents in this massive luxury living space. And they've had countless gatherings here, more people than you can count, and it works really well. Loving this space, and you can see how much room goes all the way around. And I'm getting the views and the texture and the archways of Old Toronto here right downtown. You've gotta love this feel. Behind me is our fully updated kitchen. Let's take a look at this. This kitchen, again, feeling like a luxury residence and not a condo at all. Well, why would I say that? Well, one, the finishings, the attention to detail. It's not this builder grade stuff. It's really been thought out. Not only that, but the size and the functionality of these spaces, the storage, the slow closers, the double sinks, things you're not seeing elsewhere here in spades, and giving you so much of that value. From this easy clean cooktop to our double door fridge, our built-in ovens, microwave, and all of this counter space, my friends. You gotta love that. I love you got the vent hood in here doing its job. And another huge window giving us those same views. I'm getting a blast of sunshine right now. Makes you want to invite people over immediately. This place is ready to go. Now, a little tip when you're shopping out there, friends, you got a lot of drawers in this kitchen. What does that mean? Well, it means they've spent the money on this kitchen. When you see builders and developers and even people who have done little flips and stuff like that, you're gonna see just opening doors at the bottom of everything and opening doors. Here, we have opening doors, but these people have spent the money to have pullouts. That's tons of functionality in there. And then of course, big pot drawers up and down all these sides and everywhere else under here. And what I love about the cooktop is there's tons of storage here. So you know that utility of just up and on, and you got this at a better height than getting down, and you gotta hurt your back to get that turkey. It is set up, it's ready to go. Streamlined countertop here. Love the single inch, just nice and neat and tidy. And it goes really well with this kind of handmade style ceramic subway tile. Classic, on point, little bit modern, gonna last the test of time. You can get it done in this kitchen, and you're not gonna have to compromise on space, size, or looks. Let's see some more. Now follow me, let's enter the principal suite from what I like to say is the official entrance. Here at our double doors off this private corridor, so you don't have to feel like your bedroom's off that main space because it's its own private wing. Follow me. Really well thought out on these doors. Why? You got that double door luxury, and you also got these glass panels. They're frosted, so you get all that privacy, but you also get a little bit more of that natural light, adding to the airiness and space of all of this over 1,500 square feet. Same lovely pre-eng hardwood on top floors here, spanning all the way through. Now check this out. We walk through, we make a joke, you could put 3 king size beds in here. We got a full king size in here with big side tables. You got room for dressers here, you got room for a reading chair, and we still have room for a full desk reading area. Now I do believe at one point, these were kind of separate solarium spaces, and there was actually a little bit of a divider here. So if you wanted to set this up as a study or have this as kind of a +1 guest room, you could do that. And I know that they've done some real fun setups in here when all the families come for the holidays and spend time together. You got the space to do it here. And this goes out to our living room space, so you can see we got that full circle and flow from the principal. So one more feature, this whole place comes equipped with these beautiful blinds. We not only have a sheer blind, but we have a full blackout, and that goes all the way through this unit. What's great about that is you block out that light, you get those sleep-ins that you're after. You can block that city light, so you really get that feel of that privacy of the household that you're after. And in the main living space, you can close those blinds when it gets too sunny, watch a movie, and you don't have to get that glare on the television. Really rare and worth a lot. Just call one of these blinds companies, even an inexpensive one, and ask on a 1,500 square foot unit what you'd be looking at for double blinds on all these windows. You'd be shocked. So there's a huge upgrade that comes as part of this package. Let's see some more. Now take a look at our walk-in, walk-through closet. What I love about these setups, guys, is you get a lot more space than you normally would get in a walk-in in a 1,500 square foot plus unit, and you get the usability of that space. What do I mean by that? Well, you have all this closet space, these built-ins. Normally, this would be sectioned off and you just have one door, and all of this space becomes dead space, only usable when you're dressing or putting clothes away and looking at your closet. Here, it actually acts as a pass-through, acts as a privacy corridor into the bathroom, giving you that nice distance from the large ensuite to our principal so they don't seem right on top of each other. Because don't we need privacy inside of privacy sometimes? You know what I'm talking about. Love this setup. It's really great. The flow is here, the space is here, the luxury is here. You're gonna feel that when you walk into this unit for yourself. Now, speaking of luxury, come take a look at this spa-sized bathroom. This is the first of the bathrooms that I'm gonna show you today. What I love about it, one, is the size, the function, and the look. Have I said that yet enough in this video? First, double sinks, a must in any luxury ensuite. Of course, likely there's two people here, and if not, it's nice to have your own sink. But having that functionality makes this feel way bigger than it is, because you could have a massive bathroom, you put only one sink in it, and it feels this big. Not here, not in 1005. Speaking of big, check out this large custom shower, lovely slatted kind of stacked subways, surrounded by natural glass, lovely fixtures, really, really well set up here. Going in keeping with our throne space over to my left, and below me we got a nice neutral calming 1x2 tile, and yes, these are heated so that when you come out you're getting those warm toesies, the water dries quickly, and even in the summer it's a nice calming feel when you come into the bathroom and you're not feeling uncomfortable. Not to mention there's also heat lamps in both bathrooms, which allows you to heat up that airspace in the winter or even in the summer when you just want to be feeling so good and warm in that bathroom experience, and you're getting it here. Last thing before we leave, there's a full storage closet on this side of the door, which you could enclose or do what you like with, but this is your interior linen closet, not to mention all the closets throughout in these hallways. Lovely to have that extra space, and that's a great way to describe this unit at every corner, extra. Let's see some more. Loving that principal suite, and man, it should be the principal wing. When you're describing this, it's the principal wing, and you feel that. The separation within this unit, the separation from the rest of this property, and the separation from the secondary suite, which I'm about to show you. That gives you that interior privacy inside of privacy that I was talking about, that you're not seeing elsewhere, that you get in this unit. Make note, people. Coming into another oversized bedroom in here, and this really is, I know you're looking at these properties, you're looking at luxury condos. Here, this feels like a luxury home inside of a condo building. You're gonna feel that in the flesh when you see this place for yourself. Floor to ceiling windows in here, not only floor to ceiling, but dramatic with the wall to wall windows. That same drama that you're getting elsewhere, the bedroom over across the hallway, and these principal rooms. Adding this special element to all the rooms so that you don't just go, the one room is great. You know what I'm talking about. You're going through these condos and you go, well, the main room is great, or the bedroom is great, but then I feel like I have to compromise in every other space. Not here in 1005. You really get that pizzazz, that elevation in every single space, and I'm gonna keep showing you that and proving it to you. That same floating pre-engine here with that lovely modern baseboard. We move forward, not compromising on storage in here at all, because we got these double closets with built-ins. You can see that, more storage. And the built-ins, like with the blinds, that's money that you gotta spend, and just get minor quotes. Call California Closets and say, what's a general double closet built-in price? You'll drop the phone. It's that expensive. It's all done for you here at Unit 1005. You can see here, get that king size on this wall, no problem. Room for a dresser and a desk. You got all the space you're after. You're not gonna feel like compromising. And I will add that both of these bedrooms are set up so that you can have televisions on the wall. There's a raised plug and coaxial cable. So if you're liking to watch TV, have a little R&R at night by yourself and just watch your own show in complete privacy, you got that luxury just like at a hotel. All right, let's see this bathroom. Another excellent bathroom, lots of elbow room in here, friends. Big vanity, floating drawer storage below, nice big mirror, great spot for a throne, and a more standard shower stall, but all the elements of that little bit of elevation like I was talking about. Custom glass so you're not in some shower curtain. Nice deep soaker tub and a muted glass subway, nice and tight, nice clean lines on it. Really lovely, feels elevated, you're gonna feel that. Not compromising, same lovely flooring in here, and yes, it's heated, and yes, we have another heat lamp, so even your guests or your kids or whoever's coming to stay with you is gonna get all of that kind of luxury. There's not that feeling of one room getting the luxury and the other room having to make sacrifices. Not here, not in this unit. Everyone is happy. So flipping this around across the hall, we have a full laundry closet here, and it's not just your standard stacker, washer, dryer. We got side by side, full folding table, lots of shelving, floating shelving up here, room for storing all that extra stuff, a secondary kind of cleaning closet, if you will. Across here, we have another little closet, but that's got our new upgraded heat pump in it. And this is just a lovely setup here, guys, and it's all closed behind these doors, away from that main space, so you're not listening to any laundry while you're watching your favorite show. It's all in its separate little corridor. But isn't that the way with Unit 1005? Follow me back into this main living space. Let's get into details about this building and this location. So you really feel the prestige in a unit like this. It's not only the size, but it's the fact that when these people purchased this unit, they totally revamped it, and they've done upgrades even since, like new heat pump, they've done a brand new dishwasher, new fridge, and there's even an electrical EV charger right built into the parking spot. So you get a fully renovated canvas with that extra attention to detail to make sure we're keeping that elevated level all of the time. Loving the layout here. That has a lot to do with the over 1,500 square feet, but it goes even further than that. It's the division and that privacy within privacy that I'm talking about. Privacy of a unit like this, up at the 10th floor with these views, feeling like your own little paradise, your luxury living, your residence in the sky. At the same time, inside this, these separate wings, the division, the way that we have this main living space, creating that division, adding that privacy, that luxury inside of that division. And you feel it in these main rooms, but you feel it even in the details. The hallways here are wide. The storage here is in abundance. Double closets, double front foyer closets, a huge laundry closet, utility room. You have to really pay attention to these details, not to mention the building and this primary location.